Yes, we are back here at Allianz Stadium for a festive feast of football, a massive doubleheader today. Sydney FC taking on Western United, and in the women, of course, we take on the Newcastle Jets a little bit later. My name is Adam Santarossa. I'll be one of your hosts today, and it's a big welcome back. The Dream Team is back. Taylor Haynes, good to be back with you.
Wow, what a great wrap. It's great to be here on our Saturday afternoon, getting into the Christmas festive spirit. We are just 2 weeks away until Christmas, but not only are we here for a great game of a doubleheader of football, I have spotted a guy in red. Has anyone spotted Santa Claus in the crowd today? Oh, I can hear a few cheers. We have Santa Claus in the house, everyone, who is doing laps of honours to meet everyone out here who has come out to Allianz Stadium. And these, Adam, we've got to mention these Sydney FC personalised Santa hats.
Yeah, Sydney FC Foundation. They are $10. You can get them on entry and, of course, and around the ground today. It goes to a great cause, the Sydney FC Foundation. Do some great stuff with our power football teams, but also generally just with charities around Sydney. And our Sydney FC fans are looking pretty good. I'm going to wear mine in a sec.
Yeah, we're going to put them on for sure.
As good. But
and if you want to be part of all the action, you can go to the merchandise outlets to get your very own Sydney FC Foundation Santa hat. Let's make it blue, the stadium for Allianz here tonight.
We do have to mention as well, we are looking rather resplendent in the Sydney FC third kit, which will debut tonight. Our men's and women's teams are in the third kit, launching it, of course, the Under Armour third kit. You can buy it around the stadium store today. So,
and you got stopped as well and thought you were a famous
I wasn't going to
player?
mention it, but someone thought I was Joe Lolly on entry.
So when you buy one, you can look like an athlete too. That's what we're pretty much saying.
My left foot not quite as good as Joe Lolly. It's all right.
We have to acknowledge also one of our female players who is going to be out here for the doubleheader, Princess Ibini. She is playing her 146th game in the sky blue. We will acknowledge her very shortly, and she's actually overtaking legendary captain Teresa Polias, so we will see her in a few moments' time.
Yeah, amazing story. We honour her tonight, of course, breaks that record. Been here since the age of 15. She's been with the club for 9 years. Amazing that she's still just 24. So
I know.
Plenty of chapters to write yet for Sydney FC, but an amazing achievement.
I have no doubt her family's so proud of her. They'll be in the crowd today. We've got Santa here. It's a double header. We've got Sydney FC taking on Western United. How do you reckon we're going to go?
I'm hoping, I've got my list in my pocket to give to Santa in a moment, and I'm going to talk to him soon.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he can provide us 6 points, 2 big wins, of course, over Western United. The men, of course, went down to the Mariners last week, 2-1, did have a player sent off, so let's hope a big 6 points in the bag, 2 wins for the club tonight.
Yeah, I
What
know.
is a festive feast of football.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us, everyone, here at Allianz Stadium. It's a massive double header, and we're celebrating Christmas here at Allianz Stadium. Your Sydney FC taking on Western United. We're getting into the Christmas festive spirit here at Allianz Stadium. Now, I've got to say, Sydney FC fans, we have found Santa. He is in the house. Everyone make some noise for Santa Claus. Wow, Santa, what brings you here to a Sydney FC game 2 weeks early?
To support all you Sydney FC fans out here.
Okay, what do you think of that, Adam?
I want to know his score prediction later, but I'm going to give him my list a little bit later. Any danger you could put a Sydney apartment in your sleigh in about a week's time for me? That's on my list. Any chance you can help me out?
Possibly.
Look, I want to get to the nitty-gritty. I want to see what players have been nice this season.
Patrick Klamala.
Oh, Patrick, is he listening? You've been on the nice list. Anyone else?
Maybe Joe Lolly.
Oh, Joe Lolly's been nice. What about that? What about the kids behind us? What's your name?
Tiana.
Tiana, what are you asking Santa Claus for Christmas?
For Hayden Matthews to stay with Sydney FC forever.
What do we think of that, Sydney FC fans? What about Adam? Has he been naughty or nice?
In between.
Definitely not
In
nice. We'll see.
between.
I've got Cole a couple of years. Hopefully that changes. Before you go, Santa, we've got kids behind you. They want to give you the lists and you know, prove that they're being nice. Patrick Klamala, we mentioned 3 goals in 3 games. It's in great form for Sydney FC. What's the score going to be today? How much are we going to beat Western United
By 10.
by? 10.
By
We'll
10.
take it. If anyone knows, it's this man.
It's
and, of course,
Santa.
we've got a busy couple of weeks ahead, so we'll let you go. See these kids, of course, what is a massive festive doubleheader. So thanks for your time today.
Not only are we celebrating Christmas, but we are celebrating 20 years of Sydney FC. There has been amazing moments, milestones, and celebrations throughout the 20 years, especially this guy next to me, Adam. You've been part of Sydney FC for 20 years. What's been your favourite moment so far?
Yeah, pretty remarkable. I was in the crowd with these guys in the Cove the first year of the A-League.
Wow.
Quite lucky, obviously, to I guess, be the voice for the last 7 or 8 years. But, yeah, amazing to win championships. It's been a pretty successful 20 years. And the Del Piero years. It's just Sydney, I mean, beating the Wanderers a lot has been cool as well. Plenty to choose from. What about your favourite moment?
I love the women's squad and how many premierships that they've won. They've done amazing stuff, and I can't wait for them to hold the shield this year as well. But we've also signed some magnificent players as well over the last 20 years. Who's been your favourite?
Yeah, I think Del Piero. I think most Sydney FC fans will say that. But even Joe Lolly, Douglas Costa this year.
Too many.
I mean, there's so many stars over the years. We can't name them all. But let's turn our attention to the big screen and look at some of those moments from the last 20 years. It's been quite a ride for Sydney FC.
Hello everyone, if you're just joining us here at Allianz Stadium, a double header here for your Saturday afternoon. We are about to witness our women's Sydney FC taking on the Newcastle Jets. I'm your host, Taylor Haynes. Adam Santarossa, the legend, the man, the myth of Sydney FC. How good was that game? Not the result we wanted, though.
Yeah, a little disappointing, but, 7 goals. It was one of those ones with a little bit of luck as we just dodged our women's team behind us. A little bit of luck could have gone differently, but I guess the good news is we've got another 90 minutes to find those 3 points for Sydney FC. Our A-League women up next against the Newcastle Jets.
Yeah, we are looking at Newcastle Jets are currently sitting 9th on the ladder. Sydney FC are 10th, just behind them. As you said, we are looking for a win here tonight. We witnessed our very own Princess Ibini. She is making her 146th appearance in the Sky Blue. We recognised that a little earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, phenomenal achievement. Most games played by anyone in this club. And what's even more incredible is she's only 24 years old. So that record could get, even further away. Joined the club at 15, which is just scary to think of. And, she's been such a player for the club. Such a leader last year too when Nat Tobin was injured. So, look, Sydney FC, we know they sit in 10th on the table. They've had some injuries. Kaya Simon still to come back from a calf injury. So, quite a logjam in the women's competition. So, 3 points tonight. Back in the mix.
It would be great. It would be great to start off the festive season. Speaking of the festive season, we have had the man in red walking around here at Allianz Stadium. I quite can't put a spot on him yet, but we did see Santa Claus. He's very busy, isn't he?
Yeah, he was much loved. I wish I got the cheers that he got here tonight. But a reminder too, you can see a few of you wearing those Santa hats. Of course, the Sydney FC Foundation, great money. It all goes to a great cause, of course, our power football teams as well. And of course, these jerseys, our third kit, which our women's team will be wearing a little bit later on as well. You can find them, put them on your Christmas list. Santa might deliver one on Christmas Day. But I think we pulled them off pretty well.
I think, exactly.
We just need 3 points in them a little bit later.
Absolutely. So as what Adam said, if you want to get your hands on these Christmas personalised Sydney FC hats and these jerseys, the new kid, head to the merchandise outlets around the stadium now. We're about to kick off the second game of this doubleheader. We are about to witness our women's Sydney FC taking on Newcastle Jets.
Yeah, gearing up for our women's clash against the Newcastle Jets. And, of course, it's all about Princess Ibini tonight as she makes history, breaking Teresa Polias' record of 146 games, the most for this club. And we've found some of her biggest fans here tonight. Kathleen, what a phenomenal performance for Princess Ibini. Hard to believe she's just 24 years old and creating history like she is here tonight.
Oh, she's amazing. I've been watching her since the start in the original W League, back when Ford and Sam were playing. It was best. Cannot believe she's already 24 though. It's awesome.
And introduce your friends here tonight. You've done a bit of art during the week to celebrate the occasion.
This is Lorena and Greg. We actually met at a home game here. I managed to get them a little bit more involved.
We mentioned earlier tonight, 20 years of Sydney FC, of course, this season. How long have you been supporting Sydney FC? From day one?
From day one. From day one. I wasn't a member, but I was here from day one. I was here when they won their first grand final. And yeah, the best.
Yeah, they've won quite a few in that time, thankfully, as well. Before we let you go, though, score tonight, and Princess Ibini, is she going to get on the score sheet?
Oh, 100% the way she's been playing. I reckon 3-1.
3-1 will take it. We hope Princess Ibini crowns that record with a goal tonight. Not too far from kickoff, Sydney FC and the Newcastle Jets.